What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of KO Your Brand. This is a quick hit. This is pulling punches. I teased it earlier this week, but I am diving into how I landed my speaking opportunity at Females on Fire in Nashville at the end of July. The end of this month, I'm going to tell you the how. Because a couple months ago, I released an episode all about how I got my New York City speaking gig with Rich Girl Culture Conference. And that was one of my most downloaded episodes of all time. So I figured I might as well use this opportunity to show you the how on this one. Because while they're different, the strategy is kind of the same. And regardless of that, it is still a really great opportunity for you guys to learn about how you can start to get on bigger and bigger stages like this. So let's get into it. So, Females on Fire is a conference that kind of pops up once per year all over the US. I think it's previously been in like Texas. And yeah, this year it's in Nashville. And I actually know the founder, Haley, from speaking in her online summit previously. So earlier this year, she did Females on Fire, the summit. So basically, that was me submitting a pre recorded talk, promoting it. I got to do some live panels, which is how I got to meet Haley. And it was really the first time that she ever really got to learn about who I was and hear me speak. And I remember being on one of the panels she was running and really feeling like her and I were vibing. So that was pretty cool. And I knew that the conference was coming up in Nashville. And I was like, oh, that would be so fun to go to. But I've already been traveling so much. And I say yes to things that come my way. But I mean, there are so many conferences happening all the time. Like, I knew I was going to go to Females on Fire eventually, but just given like right now I'm traveling like once per month for like a minimum week at a time, which is a lot. It's a new rhythm of my life that I'm really like getting used to. Don't get me wrong, I'm really enjoying it, but I am also a homebody. So I really try to find the balance. So Females on Fire wasn't really on my radar for this year, but it was obviously on the radar for the universe because back at the beginning of May, my very good friend Taylor Smith from the Power Table Live, shout out Taylor, I know she listens to this podcast. Taylor sent me a message and said, "Hey, I've got an extra ticket for Females on Fire. Are you interested in it?" And at that point, I mean, I felt my gut go, fuck yeah. And I felt my brain go, oh no. But I know better these days. So I listened to my gut and I was like, yes, this feels like a lot of travel. Yes, I know I'm making another investment into my business when I already could make the excuse that I'm spending a lot on travel, spent a lot of time away from my home, spent a lot of time away from my desk. I actually felt all of the excuses come up, but I had to fight against it. And I had to just tell Taylor, I'm in. And I'm so proud of myself for doing that because there was a part of me that almost talked myself out of it. Like, I think if I looked back at my conversation with Taylor, I think I was like, let me check on some things and I'll get back to you. And I checked on some things, whatever those things were. But really, that was just me like checking myself and realizing that, in the words of Brittany Hahn, I was being a boohoo bitch. Like, oh, poor me. I just got invited to Nashville by one of my like great business friends who's such a visionary, who I absolutely love spending time with. Like, come on, Katrina. Get that ticket, book the flight, and let's fucking go. So, anyways, so I basically told Taylor before I could like say no. I was like, yes, you know what? I'm in. Let's do it. So I made that commitment, and everything happens for a reason. I do believe that. And it was not long after I made that commitment and told Taylor I was in that I saw that Females on Fire was looking to have a couple speakers from the audience. come up on stage and do a talk. They call it Spark Speakers. So they were selecting 2 Spark Speakers from people that were already attending the event to speak. And I was like, wow, this could not have come at a better time. I felt like that was the universe saying, like, this is why you were meant to go. Because I got that application and I was like, I'm getting this, which is crazy because I'm pretty sure of myself. I have quite a bit of confidence, but there have not been many times in my life when I've been like, this is happening for sure. But as I filled out that application, so just so you know, like in the application, like it asks you, like, do you have your ticket already? And you must select yes. You can't like, you know, decide that you're going to go and buy your ticket once you find out if you're a speaker. Like this is really like where you have to have strong morals and like make the investment in yourself in advance. I like completed the form, which included questions that were like, what makes you like a, a good candidate for this? What's some previous speaking experience you have? There's a bunch of different questions. And as I was answering them, I was just like, I know I'm going to get this. And I don't know exactly what it was. I think it was probably a handful of things. Probably one of those things was the fact that I spoke in the online summit like months ago. So I had a bit of a connection with Haley already. She had seen me speak. I know she liked a lot of the things that I spoke on. I think it also helps that I had other speaking engagements booked. So at the time of that application, I was speaking at Business Besties in Orlando. I was also speaking at Rich Girl in New York in August. So I was able to say, like, these are other events that I'm speaking at. I'm currently working with a speaking coach. Here's some clips of previous speaking engagements. Here's my podcast. I had so much content to back up why I was going to be a great speaker on that stage. So I knew that that was one of the key pieces for me. And I also just knew that the unique topic that I speak on, no one else talks about it. No one else talks about PR for personal brands the way I do. And they definitely don't do it like I do on stage. So I just, as I clicked submit on that application, I was like, I got this. I had never felt more sure of anything in my life. I could like literally visualize the email coming into my inbox that like told me that I got it. Like I just knew. So much so that I even had like this was probably 3 or 4 days before I actually got the email telling me that I got it. I had said to my speaking coach, I'm going to speak at Females on Fire in Nashville. And I was basically like, I haven't actually got it yet, but I just know that I'm going to get it. And I would never say something like that out loud to anyone else in a previous version of this life of mine. I was always so scared of like being rejected, feeling rejected, other people knowing that I've been rejected. But there was something in me that knew I was getting this opportunity that I could confidently just share it and say, like, I applied. I know I'm going to get it. I mean, I haven't got it yet, but like, stay tuned because I feel like it's happening. Like, I could just say that from a place of humility, but also confidence, which was really cool. So, obviously, as the story goes, I got it. And there's just something I really want you to remember as like the key takeaway here. I didn't get this opportunity because I saw it pop up online. I decided to go to the event and that I filled out the application successfully and that was it. So many things had to happen for this opportunity to materialize. Okay. I had to speak in this online summit and submit myself to it. I had to apply to even speak at that back in the fall or winter or whenever they did applications. I had to invest in going to the Rich Girl Culture Conference in Orlando, which is where I got to meet my good friend Taylor in person for the very first time. Her and I had dinner and connected just as two, like, business besties getting to know each other. She was the catalyst. She extended the opportunity for me because she had an extra ticket that she was so lovingly willing to share with me. I had to say yes to that. And then also find the confidence to apply while having a shit ton of previous experience, previous speaking experience to get it across the line. And this is the kind of stuff that I teach in the Fame Ready Entrepreneur program or with my one-on-one clients. None of these opportunities happen in isolation. It's always dominoes. So when I say you need to let go of the ROI of like whatever your next investment is, whether it's going to a conference, whether it's meeting someone for coffee, whether it's participating in an online summit, you never know when that opportunity is going to pay off exponentially or how. It always does, but the how isn't up to you. And that's actually the most powerful piece of all of this. You just get to choose what aligns with you and your values and the version of your life that you want to create for yourself. And that's how these opportunities materialize, you guys. And here's the thing, I actually had a previous client in my DMs months ago telling me that she wants to speak on at Females on Fire. And I do believe that she pitched herself. And I had said to her, you should go anyways if this is something that you want to do, because you need to make the connections and you need to like get in the room first. And that's the thing. She could be speaking on that stage right now. I mean, not right now, but like in a couple weeks. If she was willing to put herself in the room, she also could have applied to be a Spark speaker and get it and all of that. So it's our choices and the confidence that we have to make these choices while we let go of what the actual result is going to be that actually drives success for our business. And that's why I wanted to share this with you, you guys, because so often I see people making excuses for themselves, not showing up to events, not showing up for the coaching calls that they have access to, not getting outside of their own limiting beliefs and boundaries that they're putting around themselves when they don't need to. You got to get in the room. You got to form meaningful connections. Hey, I'm going to tell you this firsthand just before I go. For an event that I'm working on right now, really small event, I'm speaking at it along with someone else that's close to me. And we were looking for a moderator to speak at that event, to basically moderate a panel between me and the other speaker. We got, I think, 4 submissions. 2 of them, I immediately was like, no. Because 2 of those people are people who have had ample opportunity to connect with me, to go to my events, to support me, and never have. Okay. And now they see me with an amazing opportunity for someone. And they've had all of these opportunities to grow a relationship and nurture the relationship with me, but they haven't. Okay. And this is why the relationship building part of PR is so important. Because I was immediately like, this leaves a bad taste in my mouth, because now, after all of this time you've had, now you're interested. So it was a no. They also just weren't a great brand fit for the event, which is something that we can talk about in different pulling punches. Another one, the runner up, the person that I would have selected if the person we did select wasn't available, is someone who has invested and is a committed member of the community and is honestly someone that I know could do a great job. Her expertise and her brand positioning just isn't there. The person we did end up choosing, and I'm going to be totally transparent, she's actually someone I do not know. But she is so the perfect fit. And she came with opportunities for us to also receive value from her. And I could really see this as a mutual collaboration as opposed to us just giving her an opportunity. And that's why we decided to go with her. And that is why you need to join my Fame Ready Entrepreneur program, because I'm never going to tell you that there's one way to do things. But if you come to me and you're a client of mine and you want to know how to speak at a certain event, I'm going to help you with that strategy, because it's always going to be different. And until you do this over and over again, you're not going to fully know all of the different ways to position yourself, to pitch, to form the relationship. And that is what I'm here for. So at the end of July, Dexter's having a bit of a bad dream right now. At the end of July 2025, the price of the Fame Ready Entrepreneur Program is going to increase by $500 because there is so much value jam-packed in this program. Ooh, Dexter's really dreaming. It's okay. There is so much value in this program. Women are speaking on stages, getting published in places like People Magazine, Women's Health Magazine, Bustle, all because of the resources that I provide for you. So if this is something that you want to do, if you want to have the support that you need to be able to successfully pitch yourself to events, to get on more stages, to charge for speaking, head to the show notes and get in the month of July before the price goes up, because you know you want to. You listen to this podcast, so you know you're ready to build your fame ready personal brand, and I'd love to help you do it. Okay? If you're interested in seeing me speak in Nashville, I'll also drop the link in the show notes too. If you're feeling inspired to get into a room that you know is going to have ROI for your business, that link is in the show notes too. Okay, this is Pulling Punches. This is a quick hit. I hope you're feeling inspired. I'm Katrina Owens, and I will see you all next week.